Hello everyone and welcome to another Vintage Cube video. This is a pretty sweet pack to start. I really like Time Spiral. It's good in combo, of course. It's very good with High Tide. It's good with Narset, Leovold, stuff like that. And it's just a really strong card overall. You can play it in blue-green mid-range as well. Ashiok is a really good win condition. Grim Monolith can make a bunch of mana really quickly. And then I guess this card's fine. We're taking Lotus. This is sweet. I mean, I think probably leading on Soul Ring is better, but Black Lotus is, if not the best card to lead on, certainly second best. It's very good in a lot of different decks. It's good in Storm. It's good in Artifact decks, especially if you can recur it with Emery. It's good in Blue Eye Control if you have a Planeswalker heavy build and you can play like a turn 2 Teferi. It's good in Mono White if you're playing like turn 1 Lodestone Golem or something. Just very versatile. You can go pretty much any direction with this and it'll always make your deck better. Well, this is not a good pack to follow it up at all. There are no good things to ramp into particularly. I mean, I guess turn 2 Court of Bounty is good. But in general, Black Lotus is worse in green decks than in other decks because green decks already have good acceleration. Yeah, wow, this pack is so bad for a Lotus draft. I'm basically going to not consider the Lotus for this pack because, well, I mean, we could take Bone Shards. It's very good in Reanimator. If this was a Reanimate, I would take that. Wow, this pack is hilariously bad. The best card in the pack is probably Wrenn and 6, but that has no particular combo with Black Lotus in the slightest. We could just take a generic blue card. We could take Mishra's Workshop and try and do artifacts, but that's not really a card I want to pick this early. I will actually just take this, though. It has a very high upside, and there's just nothing good at all in that pack. Okay, no artifacts here. This is still... I really wish we were getting good stuff to work with as Black Lotus. There's like Dark Petition if we want to do Storm stuff. Chart of Course. Mother of Runes is great. I think I am going to take the Mother of Runes here. But this is not the Black Lotus start I would like at all. Okay, I think we're having a little bit of direction now. We'll take Thalia. Black Lotus is very, very good in these white decks. And yeah, Mother of Runes and Thalia are two of the best white cards. Sure. Now we could take... Okay, now we're getting to actual good... Like, if we'd seen this earlier, we could take Gilded Lotus and go in that direction with the Mishra's Workshop. There's also Portend, Vendilion Click, Sneak Attack, some good lands. This pack is like 10 times better than any of the other packs we've gotten since the Black Lotus. But given where we're looking right now, I actually think I am just going to take the Thraben Inspector. It's not a sexy pick, but I think it is a good one. Now I'll take Sun Gold Sentinel. Lightning Bolt's good, but yeah, let's take the Sentinel. Okay. White is looking moderately open, but red is actually looking more open now. So I think I'm going to take this Monastery Swiftspear and potentially try and do red-white. We did pass the Sacred Foundry already, unfortunately. But I do still think there's a good pickup. Okay. Now we have a Goblin Guide. There's also Scrap Heap Scrounger, but I think I like taking the Guide here. Well, yeah, I think let's take the Guide. So we'll see if the mana ends up working out to be two colors. We could just go to mono red if it looks like white is getting sort of cut and white and red is open. I do really like some of these white cards that we have. In particular, Thalia and Mother of Runes. These two cards are just very, very strong. Imagine just going turn 1, Mountain, Monastery Swiftspear, Black Lotus, Thalia, Mother of Runes, swing for 2. And then you just have a huge board. Your creatures are all protected from their stuff from Mother of Runes. Their spells all cost more. That's what this deck wants to do. Okay, this was our initial pack. It's between Chain Lightning and Lodestone Golem. Lodestone is good with Lotus, but I still think I like taking the Chain Lightning here. It's just very efficient removal. Green looks somewhat open here, but I guess I'll take... I'm just going to take Stirring Wildwood, I think. Yeah, none of these cards are very good. All right, Soulscar Mage is great. Very happy to see that. So definitely I'm interested in finding some mana fixing, but we have a really good low curve here. We'll take Thundermaw, which is very good with Black Lotus. Light Steel is a good sideboard card, or it's an okay sideboard card against Brain Freeze Storm. Bloodthirsty Adversary is pretty good, and last pick Shrine of Burning Rage. Okay, so red is very open. We may end up pivoting to mono red if we don't get the mana, since Sacred Foundry did get taken already. But red is certainly open, and so I think I'm going to prioritize taking red cards here and then maybe try and splash like Thalia. But I don't want to have bad mana in my aggressive deck. Okay, we'll take a Mana Crypt here. That's pretty sweet. There's also Beaumont Courier, Faithless Looting, Inspiring Vantage, but I mean, it's looking more and more like we're going to be mono red. And with Lotus and Mana Crypt, we can prioritize cards like Koth and Chandra more highly. We can now turn one Thundermaw Hellkite. That's sort of sweet. We could go turn one, Mountain, Monastery Swiftspear, Mana Crypt, Black Lotus, Thundermaw Hellkite, swing for 8. Okay, it's Inferno Titan versus Fire Blast here. Inferno Titan is good if we get our fast mana, but it is pretty expensive, so I think I'm just taking the Fire Blast. Also Needle Spires, but I think it's looking more and more like we're going to be mono red. White is getting somewhat cut, and these white cards are good, but I don't want to ruin my mana base to play a couple good white cards. Mono red is the best possible deck for Mana Crypt because the life loss is a lot less relevant. I mean, I guess if we're playing Sulfuric Vortex and stuff like that, it could be necessary, or the life loss could be bad, but I think that's fine. Okay, now I'll take Wheel of Misfortune, which is actually very sweet for us. Vryn Wingmare is also reasonable, but this is really good if we're emptying our hand quickly with Mana Crypt and Black Lotus. And now we can take an Eidolon. I think we're just going mono red at this point. We could also take Walking Ballista and try and wheel the Eidolon. Yeah, I actually like that plan. Because we can make colorless mana fairly well for these sorts of decks. And I think Eidolon is very likely to come around. Yeah, we'll do that. We're still not that good at using Mana Crypt and Black Lotus. I would like to get a couple more 3s and 4s. Okay, couple pieces of mana fixing that don't help us. This pack is really bad. Goblin Welder is okay. I mean, actually, Goblin Welder could be good in this deck. Alternatively, we could take like a Lyra or a Cave of the Frost Dragon if we think we do want to play white. Let's see. Welder can bring back Black Lotus sometimes, but we don't have that many artifacts we want to... Let's see. These cards are just not that good. I would take a piece of red-white fixing, but I don't think Lyra or Cave of the Frost Dragon is really where we want to be, so I'm going to take the Goblin Welder, and we'll see how our deck ends up looking. Okay, Light at the Stage is pretty good. I'm happy to get that one. Yeah, let's take that. Seasoned Pyromancer. That's a very, very good one. Stone Coral Serpent's also solid, but we got to go with the Pyro here. A couple good white cards as well, but I don't think we have the mana for that. All right, now we have a couple rituals. Showdown of the Scalds. I guess I'll take a ritual. Okay, Beaumont Courier is a great wheel. Very happy to see that. Faithless Looting would be decent as well, but Beaumont Courier is very good, especially if we're emptying our hand quickly. Now I'll take Needle Spires just in case. This actually could be a decent Goblin Welder deck. It would be a great Urza Saga deck. I would definitely pick up an Urza Saga pretty highly if we got one. Okay, there's a Vrynwing Mare, also sort of Body and Mind. Vrynwing Mare would really help in some matchups if we could cast it. I am going to take that, actually. The mana's not there yet, but it could... Actually, yeah, this is such a high payoff if we can splash, even just for these 2 cards. Just for the Wingmare and the Thalia. Okay, we get Cave of the Frost Dragon on the wheel. All right, we'll see. Yeah, we need better mana. I'm not going to play, or I really don't want to play white with only 1 Needle Spires for fixing. Black Lotus is fixing 2, I guess. Okay, Artifacts is open as well. We're not pivoting to that at this point, but that would have been open. But someone else is drafting red and white aggro, which is really unfortunate. I much prefer to be the only one drafting red or white when I'm in those colors. Okay, no fixing. There are some really good ones. I think we take Hellrider. Incinerate's good too. Oh, Eidolon got taken. That is brutal. Yeah, that's really bad. Yeah, I think I like taking Hellrider over Incinerate here, given that we have a decent amount of fast mana. This card is really good. It pushes a lot of damage very quickly. There's a Fractured Identity, but we're just taking the Abbot of Carol Keep, which is a solid pickup. Now, okay, the best card here is Elite Spellbinder for us. I mean, Jace, Yawgmoth's Will, and Thoughtseize are probably better cards overall. But Young Pyromancer versus Elite Spellbinder. This is sort of the moment of truth. Are we playing white? Do we have enough spells to play mono red, or not really? If we cut these 5, yeah, I think I'm going to take the Elite Spellbinder here. Young Pyromancer is not that good for us. Okay, now we'll take Pia and Cure. Oh, Koth, actually. Yeah, definitely Koth. This card is very, very good, especially if we can play it early with Mana Crypt and Black Lotus. Now there's Wasteland and Flametongue Yearling. I think I'm going to take the Yearling. I like the Wasteland, but I don't know if we're going to have the mana base to support it. No matter what, it's going to be awkward, because either we will be playing red and white, in which case we definitely can't support it, or we'll be playing mono red and we're a little light on playables. All right, now we can take a Burst Lightning. That's a pretty good pickup. So we'll see if we end up playing these white cards. I hate how bad our mana fixing is. Ooh, Chandra, that's perfect. These 2 cards are really good as well, but Chandra is exactly the kind of card we're looking for here. So it's starting to come together. What happens if we cut these? We would need 4 more spells. Well, yeah, we don't really have any cards. I guess Desperate Ritual is potentially playable out of the board. I do regret not taking that Young Pyromancer now. All right, we'll take a Char. That's a pretty good pickup. There's also Mutavault, which I would play if we had more playables, but Char is really good. And Incinerate Wield. Sweet. Okay, this is coming together. Yeah, actually, we could just run this. No, well, we couldn't quite run this. We need to play with 1 or 2 more spells, but as long as we can get, if we could get 2 wheels, then that would be 15 basic lands, or 14 basic lands. So 15 lands, Mana Crypt, Black Lotus, that would be perfect. So just any 2 playable spells. And almost any red card would be playable for us here. I guess another ritual would not be. But any burn spell, pretty much any creature. I mean, we're not going to get an Inferno Titan, but that is an example of a card that normally I wouldn't love, but I would be decent here. I don't think one Steam Vents helps us at all. I guess I'll take Spectral Procession, which we can play for 6 mana. It's not good, but yeah, I mean, that's just pretty terrible. Okay, sweet. Young Pyromancer did wheel, so I don't feel bad about taking the Elite Spellbinder. And Pienkir Nular wheel. Okay, now we're good to go. We could play 15 basics, and this would be a very good deck. If we find one more spell we want to play, I'm not even sure what we would cut, actually. All of these cards are cards that I actively am enthusiastic about playing. There's nothing that's just making the cut because we're looking for playables. I guess Young Pyromancer would be first on the chopping block. What is our burn looking like? We have Fire Blast, Chain Lightning, Burst Lightning, Char, Incinerate. Very medium amount of burn. I would love to have a few more. You know, I mean, obviously the card Lightning Bolt would be great. Also, I mean, you know, there's Lightning Strike or something. There's other variants of Incinerate that would be nice, but this is a reasonable amount of burn. Siege Gang Commander. Okay, I think that's probably starting the board, but that's a solid one to have access to. And Smokestack. Okay. Yeah, this deck looks sweet. Just 15 basics, very solid mana base. And yeah, I mean, not too much to say about this deck. It's a pretty classic mono red deck. Red was not ridiculously open, but it was pretty open. Not getting the Eidolon hurts. I think we took Ballista over Eidolon, and I would rather have Eidolon than Ballista in this deck, but Ballista still looks good. So we will run like this, and I think this deck is really good. You'll sometimes just get destroyed by a green deck that just plays like turn 2 Courser of Krufix, turn 3 Pelucranos, turn 4 Elder Gargaroth. But if we play against Control, we'll have a great time. I think we'll be pretty good against other red decks too. With our acceleration, we'll just be faster. Yeah, should be a pretty sweet deck. See you in round 1. All right, we have our opponent for round 1. They are not ready for the red menace they are about to encounter. I mean, I'll keep this hand. It's not very exciting. It would be much better if we had a Black Lotus, unsurprisingly. If they don't have a way to block the Soulscar Mages and we can get light at the stage going on turn 2, that'll help this hand out a lot. We'll keep. Okay, Basic Island Pass is exactly what we wanted to see. Basic Mountain is exactly what we didn't want to see. By far the worst draw in our deck. The Mirror Signet. Okay, so we are going to get our hit in with Soulscar. Brutal. We're only playing 15 lands. Okay. I mean, we can play Koth this turn. I guess that's fine. This is a 4/5 now, and it was not good at all earlier. Untap land and pass. We have literally just lands in hand, but we have a Koth down, which could just win on its own. Thran Dynamo. Okay, they have a lot of mana over there. Oh, okay. We need to find a burn spell. It is brutal that we have 5 lands in hand right now. Okay, nice. So we'll go land, Chain Lightning your guy. Swing for 6. And then next turn we can Ultimate Koth, and that will just win given how many mountains we have. So they have to bounce or kill this Koth immediately. They do have a lot of mana, though. They have 8 mana. So they could just play Ugin or Karn. Sword of Temptation to steal Soulscar Mage is not enough. They just pass. All right, we can just ultimate and win with all mountains. Shoot your Sower. Shoot your Sower. Play land. Play Beaumont and swing for 1. And I can't really think of any way they could beat this. Even if they play Upheaval, I think just getting our mountains back into play will be too much for them. And then we're at 20. Like, we're not under any pressure at all. Shoot you for 1. Swing. And I think I'm just shooting them with all these mountains again. No need to play spells. All right. Pretty solid. We just flooded super hard, but we drew a Koth, and that was enough. So playing against mono blue artifacts, that's probably our best matchup. I think I like bringing in Goblin Welder here. Well, okay, is there any card we don't want in the main deck? These all look pretty good. We could cut Walking Ballista. No, I think I'm just going to run it back. If we see more of their deck, maybe we'll bring in Goblin Welder. Like, if they have Tinker, then I might bring it in, but I think I like this for now. Okay, we have Lotus, but we don't have the best hand for Lotus. We could just go turn 1, Goblin Guide, Lotus, Seasoned Pyromancer, though, and just add a lot of power to the board. The best draw would be Chandra. Okay. Yeah, I think I like just going for max stuff on the board. We'll discard Walking Ballista, Mountain, Brutal. We gave them an island, but we have a lot of stuff on board. It is sort of ridiculous how many lands we're drawing for a 15-land deck. Okay, Flametongue Yearling, not terrible. We'll just play this and swing for 7. Blightsteel Colossus on top. Okay, that is fine. They could have Show and Tell. Portend, all right. So if we draw Fire Blast, we could just win next turn. They didn't shuffle. Okay, drawing land there was terrible, of course. We'll swing. Torrential Gearhulk on top. Okay, we'll just pass. We could play the Flametongue Yearling, but that doesn't help us because we would have to kill our own creature. This doesn't say may. You have to deal damage to something. Okay, they play Phyrexian Metamorph to copy Seasoned Pyromancer. If they discard 2 spell, well, they'll definitely discard Blightsteel Colossus. And then I guess they sort of have to discard another spell, too. Yep, so they get 2 dudes. We can Flametongue Yearling to kill the Seasoned Pyromancer. I don't actually think I'm going to kick it. I think I'd rather play Light Up the Stage. So kill this, then swing with everything. They can chump block 2 2-power creatures and go to 1. Then we play Light Up the Stage. Alright, next turn Chandra is lethal, so they need to sweep our board, and then they'll die to the Chandra. I guess they could go like Black Lotus, Upheaval, and that's their one out. But then we still could just go land Goblin Guide, so I really don't think there's any possible way they win. They could play Batterskull, but Chandra still kills them. I guess if they have Batterskull plus Force of Will, or Force of Negation. Bribery can get Thundermaw Hellkite, but that's not nearly enough. We don't have Siege Gang Commander in our deck. Yep, alright. I mean, this is the best possible matchup. Mono Blue is super clunky. Their deck looks pretty sweet. I mean, they would absolutely destroy a lot of combo decks and stuff like that. But this is a tough matchup for them. Alright, very, very smooth round 1. I'll see you in round 2. Well, got our opponent pretty quickly. We lose the die roll. That is unfortunate. This hand is not great. If we could draw a Black Lotus or a Mana Crypt, it would become great. I think I will keep it because it does have a good mix of lands and spells, and in a lot of matchups, turn 2 Flametongue Yearling is our best possible play. But if we're playing against the same matchup we just played, this will be rough. What does this turn want to play? Hopefully they shock here. No shock. Taiga. Oh, okay. That's the worst case scenario. And we don't draw anything. All right. I mean, we can kill that with Flame Tongue Yearling, but green decks are the worst nightmare for red decks. That is the least... Like, I was really, really hoping to see a blue card there. Like, if they went Ponder, that would be great. Okay, well, attacking for 1 here is good for us. Do they have their second land? Probably. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Lots of colors over there. Chandra, all right. We'll cast this and kill your dude. Then next turn, we can play Light at the Stage. I hope they don't play a creature, and we can play Light at the Stage for Spectacle and then hit another 2-drop or something. I'd also love to draw Mana Crypt. They have a Mox. That's no fair. Phyrexian Metamorph, copying Flame Tongue. Okay, that's not good. Let's draw a spell. A spell that we can cast. Or, like, some mana. Like, so, ugh. That's not what I meant when I said mana. Do we play Light at the Stage? I don't even think so. I want to play with these 4-drops the next couple turns. So we're just going to pass. This is really, really awkward, though. Having no plays on turn 1 or turn 3 is quite awkward. We have a very low curve, so it's weird that this has gone this way. Four mana, Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay, that is really good for us. Well, if they have Force of Will, it'll be bad. But if we can just go Koth, untap a land, hit Jace for 3 or for 4, that would be very good. Koth. Untap one of the middle lands. Kill your Jace. They have 5 mana. Kiki Jiki, okay. That's a little unfortunate. Hopefully we can draw a burn spell. Goblin Guide, okay. I don't love this play, but I think we're just going to go Chandra minus on the Kiki Jiki and then play Goblin Guide and hope to be able to trade these two off. If they kill the Goblin Guide and kill our Chandra, that's a little awkward, but we still have more gas with Hellrider and Light at the Stage. They're playing Kiki Jiki, Jace the Mind Sculptor, and Fyndhorn Elves in the same deck. That is ambitious. So they do get to kill our Chandra, which is not good. We get to hit them with Hellrider, though. They're still at 16, though. We're pretty behind here. Okay, really good draw. So let's go Burst Lightning, your Sower, Hellrider, swing. They take 7. We do give them a Forest. Then we'll go land, Light at the Stage. And we have enough mana that we should be able to play whatever we hit here. Okay, well, those are really bad hits, but at least we're not drawing them for turn next turn. Primeval Titan. Green Suns for 5. Okay, do they have Elder Gargaroth? Biogenic Ooze. Okay, that's pretty bad too. We need to find a burn spell pretty much this turn. Okay, we'll cast the Abbot. Brutal. And we don't even have any attacks here. We've seen over half of the lands in our deck. That's 8 lands. And so we only have 7 lands left out of 23 cards. There's an Augur, okay. We just need to find burn spells. We can hit them for 4 with the attack trigger of Hellrider. So if we could find a burn spell or a hasty creature, like Thundermaw would be lethal. Basic Mountain is not. This is actually ridiculous. We've very consistently flooded with this deck, even though we're only playing 15 lands, which is basically as low as I'll ever go in a deck. At this point, it's pretty much Thundermaw or bust. I guess Pia and Kieran Lar would... Oh, no, that wouldn't quite do it. Woodfall Primus. That's actually hilariously bad here. It's just a 6/6 with trample. It has no other text. They swing for 4 and pass. Alright, we gotta draw something. Come on, give me a spell, please. Wheel of Misfortune. Incinerate. So we could hit them for 7. I think we wait one more turn. Rift Sower, that's fine. They need to start attacking more aggressively here. So they swing for 16. All right, I guess we go Incinerate your Biogenic Ooze. This is not great, but we get to kill our Biogenic Ooze without dying. We just trade Incinerate for the Ooze, and then we just need to top deck Thundermaw this turn. Remember, this puts 3 -1/-1 counters on it, so our Soulscar Mage does not die. We go to 2, and then top deck Thundermaw. So close. So close. Well, we'll attack with everything, and if they somehow don't block one creature, then we win. Okay. Their deck is very scattered. I don't care at all about the blue half. All I care about is the green part. So hopefully they draw the not green part here. We don't have much of a sideboard. Yeah, let's just run it back. We flooded extremely hard that game and still almost won. So that makes me think that we should be in decent shape. We just need to have a little bit better mix of lands and spells. All right, we get to be on the play for game 2. All right, sure. This is a pretty one-dimensional hand, but that dimension is strong. We're going to swing for 7 on turn 2. If we just draw all lands again, we'll lose, but we just need to hope that we can draw a couple spells. No 1-drop? Nice. Absolutely brutal. All right. We'll get our prowess trigger. And drop this Thundermaw and swing for 7. I really want to draw a spell here. We've drawn 2 spells and 5 lands and 6 mana sources. So we've seen 1/3 of the lands in our deck. Okay, they have a Thundermaw of their own. That is bad. Definitely bad. Can we draw anything? Okay, beautiful. So we play this. Play Flamething Yearling. This deals non-creature damage. Or non-combat damage. So this becomes a 3/3. And we can swing with this. Do we want to... no, I'll just swing for 5. They can chump block if they want to. They don't. Given that they didn't chump block, I'm really happy we didn't attack with a Soul Scar Mage because we would have lost this for no value. Sword of Temptation to steal the Thundermaw, so we need to draw a burn spell and then we'll be in really good shape. P and Kieran Lark, great draw. So if we get to untap with Pia and Kieran Lar, we just win. They could go Mountain, Kiki Jiki, copy Thundermaw, and that would kill our Thopters and just put them, meaning they have 15 damage in the air. So I think we would die to Kiki Jiki. But if they don't have a way to kill our Thopters, we win here. They pretty much have to attack us with at least our Thundermaw. Okay, they don't have triple red. Green Suns for 4, it looks like. Or Finale for 3. They can get the Augur dude. They could get potentially Uro to gain 3 life. They could get Pestermite, but that wouldn't do anything. Augur, okay, sure. They've already played land, so they can't do anything else. They need to swing for 5. Yep, good attack. Wheel of Misfortune was a very good draw. Do we want to just play that now? Let's see, what are our options? We could sack a Thopter to kill their Sower. We can play Wheel of Misfortune and pay 3 life. The problem is that would mean that we won't. Let's see. Okay, so we sack 1 Thopter, kill their Sower of Temptation, attack them with everything. They have 2 blockers. They block Pete and Kieran Lar and Flame Tongue Kavu. They take 2. That's honestly not worth it. So let's go land, wheel, and then if we find Mana Crypt, we should be able to win from this. I guess I'll do 3 life. And then if we draw a burn spell, we're in great shape. If we draw, certainly if we draw Fire Blast, we win. If we draw Mana Crypt into basically anything, we win. Even Mana Crypt into nothing, just Mana Crypt would be enough. So there's pretty much no way we don't draw something that wins the game here. And before, we just draw 7 lands. Okay, this is more than enough. Mana Crypt. Kill your Sower. Attack with everything. Or I guess I'll just Chain Lightning this. Then attack with everything. Okay. Wheel of Misfortune was very, very good there. I think this card is just great in general in this deck. It's way, way better than Wheel of Fortune or Time Twister or any other Draw-7s because it's one-sided 99% of the time. We are going to be on the draw for Game 3. And yeah, we'll just run it back and hope we draw well. This seems very good. We could play turn 1 Pia and Kieran Lar, or we could go turn 1 Swift Spear. Well, we'll see what we draw. I would love to be able to go Swift Spear into Lotus. Like if we drew Goblin Guide, I would just go Swift Spear, Lotus, Shrine, Goblin Guide. If we drew Koth or Chandra, I would happily play that. If we don't draw anything, I guess I would just play Pia and Kieran Lar on turn 1. But it's pretty awkward against Phyrexian Metamorph. Scavenging Ooze, okay. Burst Lightning. Okay, I think I'm just going to play these 5 cards this turn. So we'll go Mountain, Monastery Swiftspear, Black Lotus, Crack It for red, Shrine of Burning Rage, Burst Lightning, and hit them for 4. And then if we draw Mana Crypt, that would be the best possible draw. Even if we just draw a land in our next... Like, yeah, we have basically all good draws. I wouldn't hate drawing a land. It would mean we don't have a play next turn, but that's still okay. And if we draw any spell we could cast, that would be great, of course. Put a counter on this. Draw land. That's fine. Land. Swing for 1. And then next turn we'll play Wheel of Misfortune. Probably. Light up the stage. Yeah, we're still playing Wheel of Misfortune. And I want to do pre-combat so we get our prowess trigger. Now, how much life do we want to pay here? Or how much was the most they could realistically pay? Like, if they paid 8 life, they'd probably just die to the shrine. Yeah, I'll do 8. Actually, I'll do 9, I guess. I don't think that the life total matters too much for us. And if they paid 10 or something, we definitely win. They chose 7, okay. We don't have anything we can play this turn, but we can just swing, and that's totally fine. No Pestermite end of turn. That's good news for us. All right, there we go. Took down... Wait, they were playing Plains in their deck that has Kiki Jiki, Jace the Mind Sculptor, and Finhorn Elves. Very ambitious mana base. I respect it, but I'm not sure I would do it myself. At any rate, we're on to the finals, fighting for that trophy to get up onto the leaderboard here. Let's see if we can close it out strong. On the draw here. They rolled a 6 and we rolled a 1. Hard to get much worse than that. Ugh. I think I am going to keep this hand. I don't love it, but even if we don't draw a land, we can make some relevant plays. And if we do draw one of our lands or Mana Crypt or Black Lotus, this hand becomes extremely explosive. No play from the opponent. Nice. I think I'm going to play Beaumont Courier before playing Goblin Guide here. We miss out on 1 point of damage, but we get an extra card under the Beaumont, and we don't give them the Scry. Verdant Catacombs is pretty good here for them, because if they like the top card, they can just wait until their upkeep to shuffle, or their draw step. Now, hopefully they play Rofellos, and we can kill it with Flametongue Yearling. Wall of Blossoms, dang. Ooh. Okay, I think we just fire off the Thundermaw here. What are the other options? We could play Shrine of Burning Rage, Flametongue Yearling, Burst Lightning, kill your wall. That just seems worse. I think getting the Thundermaw down here is really good. Now our best draw is Mana Crypt, probably. So we could go Shrine into Flametongue or Shrine into Goblin Guide plus Burst Lightning. They do nothing. We draw a brick. Let's go Goblin Guide, swing with everything, and then we'll Burst Lightning the wall if they block, which they will. Another deck with an ambitious mana base. They're playing at least 3 colors. Ramanap Excavator on top, okay? Cathar Commando, all right. Interesting. Okay. That's really fine. They could have gone to blocks and blocked. I guess their plan is just to block the Wall of Omens on the Goblin Guide, but this is fine. We'll just go post-combat Burst Lightning to kill the blocker. If this was a Lightning Bolt, I might have saved it, because then we'd have lethal in the air next turn. But given that either way they're going to get to untap, I think it's worth it to remove their blocker. It also turns off natural order. They already played land. Weird decision. Although maybe they don't want to pay life for the Verdant. We draw land, so let's go land. Swing with with Thundermaw. I'm going to hold back the Goblin Guide and then just play Shrine of Burning Rage. So they have to deal with the Thundermaw or else they're going to die to it. Oh, Spell Pierce? Alright, that's a little annoying, but we still have Thundermaw on the battlefield and we have a good hand. Land gives us Chandra. Anything else is a spell we can cast for the most part. Alright, there we go. Up a game against Bent, mid-range. Could be a tough matchup. Brahmanap and Wall of Blossoms are both pretty good against us, so is Spell Pierce. I don't think we have a sideboard plan. I mean, Siege Gang Commander is fine. I think I'm just going to run it back, though. Yeah, we'll submit like this. Up a game in the finals, fighting for that trophy. Okay, pretty good hand. We can go turn 1 Abbott plus Beaumont Courier. Okay, I think we're still going to the... Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to the Beaumont. So, Mana Crypt. Abbott. I guess if we hit, like, Black Lotus, we could cast it. But there's not many things we could play here. Okay, really, really good to clear that. That would have been a complete brick of a draw. So we'll hit them for 1. Then next turn we can go Burst Lightning plus Goblin Guide. Or, of course, if we draw Chandra or Koth or anything like that, then we're just totally golden. Wall of Blossoms again. Annoying, but it is what it is. I don't really care about these Mana Crypt flips. I mean, I'd rather win than lose, I guess, but it doesn't matter. Alright, drawing them out, and there's a brick, but that's fine. I still think we're in a good spot. We'll swing with everything. They'll block the Abbot of Carol Keep, and then we'll Burst Lightning to kill the wall. We give them a Scalding Tarn, that's fine. Alright, slight misplay on the opponent's part, because now we get to hit them for an extra point of damage. So they're at 15. We have 3 creatures. We have Beaumont Courier, which is ready to draw us 3 cards next turn. If they can kill our Beaumont Courier now and we continue to draw lands, they could have a chance. They could also play like Kitchen Finks. That would be really good here. They are playing something. I like this opponent, though. They're very graciously accepting our very good draws. Ramanap Excavator, okay. That's a good blocker here. 2 for 2 on the flips, that's good. So we go land, shrine, and swing out. If they block the Goblin Guide, that's fine. If they, they get some value, but we'll get to draw 4 cards off of the Beaumont Courier next turn. Ooh, okay, they do have Nahiri. They do block the Goblin Guide. So if this goes through, we'll hit them for 4. They fall to 10, and we'll pass. We could correct the Beaumont now, but I want to make them use the Nahiri on the Beaumont, or else I'll just draw an extra card. All right, they fetch down to 9, which is relevant. Every point of life matters, especially when we have Shrine of Burning Rage. They don't get red mana, so they're not playing Nahiri. 3 mana could be like a Banishing Light type effect, but that wouldn't be very effective. I mean, okay, Skyclave Apparition, that's a pretty good one. That's probably one of the better cards they could have here. Do they hit the Beaumont? They probably should. Okay, they hit the mana crypt. That's interesting. We have plenty of mana. I mean, that is somewhat annoying, I guess. Okay, Gilded Goose is good. That's a repeatable source of life gain. Drawing land is, of course, bad. We will attack with just the Beaumont, then a block, and we'll crack it for 4 cards. Okay, good draws. I think we're just going to play out our 2 creatures here. So we'll go Flametongue Yearling to kill Skyclave Apparition or Gilded Goose. I guess Gilded Goose, because Skyclave Apparition is just a 2/2. I mean, it does block well, I guess, but I still think it's better to take this out, constrain their mana, make it so they don't have red mana, and prevent them from gaining more life later. Like, they could just go crack the food, make another food, and this makes it a lot harder for them to gain life. There's the red source for Nahiri. They didn't play land from their graveyard, which I think makes sense. I don't know exactly what their hand is, but paying life is not something they really want to be doing here. And then we have Wheel of Misfortune coming up for more card draw. This deck is really good, actually. The more, like, I mean, I knew it was good, but there's more synergies than I realized. Beaumont Courier, Wheel of Misfortune, and Seasoned Pyromancer all reward you for emptying your hand quickly. Okay, Elder Gargoth is scary. Soulscar Mage was a very good draw. Very, very good draw. So let's go land, Soulscar Mage. Now their Elder Gargoth is only going to be a 1/1 when it blocks. Actually, I think I'm just going to fire off the Wheel of Misfortune now. Yeah, if we find Black Lotus, then we can crack the Shrine and we'll just win. And if we find Fire Blast, we can also make a really nice play. The question is how much life to play. Yeah, this card, our opponent's so right. So trigger prowess for our 3 prowess guys. That's sort of sweet that we have all that. Although we may or may not be able to attack with them. So how much life do we want to pay? 6? Yeah, I think 6 seems like it should be enough. Actually, I'll do 7. Well, no. If they paid 7 life, I guess, yeah, I'll do 7. I'll do 7. They definitely can't pay 8. In addition to being a powerful card, this card is just a really cool design. It's a very interesting decision. Okay, they just chose 0. Oh, we drew Black Lotus, so that should just be game. We can go Lotus, and then use the Lotus to crack Shrine of Burning Rage to hit their Elder Gargoth for 6. Then we attack them with everything. They can block the flame. Oh, actually, okay, we'll just attack with these 2. I forgot that we could not be attacking with the Soulscar Mage. So swing with just these 2. They don't have great blocks. And if we get through with either creature, we can play light at the stage. Okay, the double block here will kill the Ramanap because Skyclave Apparition is just giving us a 0/0. Then light at the stage. And we can't play anything this turn no matter what. We already went through both of our pieces of fast mana. Oh, Fire Blast. Well, that's pretty good. Doesn't kill them here. They can gain 3 life down to up to 8. But I think that's not going to be enough. I mean, our hand is just stacked. They can play Nahiri to exile Abbott. That's not enough. Uro, okay. Well, that does gain them 3, and they can crack the food, and then they can escape the Uro next turn. But I still think we're going to be able to close it out here. Hellrider is probably better than Thundermaw. Wow, okay, yeah. So we'll go land, Hellrider, attack with everyone. Okay, that's fine. So they take 4 off these triggers, and then they should just die to the Fire Blast. All right, there we go. Got the trophy. That was pretty sweet. This was one of the best red decks I've ever drafted. Red wasn't even as open as it normally is, but we just had such good acceleration. So this was our mono red deck, and it was just broken. We had a good low curve, a lot of one drops. So even when we didn't have our accelerants, we were able to have explosive starts. We had a lot of burn spells, including Fire Blast, which is the best burn spell ever printed, much better than Lightning Bolt in this deck. We had some really good 4s, which were especially good with our fast mana, and then the fast mana just brought the deck together. Anytime we could draw either one of these, you basically just win. I think these decks play Mana Crypt better than any other deck in the format, and potentially Black Lotus too. Just a really, really strong, proactive, fast deck. We even played against multiple green decks that were playing things like Elder Gargaroth, but we were able to win through that anyways because we could develop the mana advantage. Wheel of Misfortune was consistently an MVP. This card was very strong. Fire Blast was great. Thundermaw we had Thundermaw on turn 2 multiple times with Black Lotus. That's why we took it. I would not main deck this card without the Black Lotus and the Mana Crypt, but with them it was great. Koth was very, very good in one game with the ultimate on the emblem. We basically just only drew the mountains, but that was still fine. We never did too much with Seasoned Pyromancer, but it was solid in one game where we got to play it on turn 1. Shrine of Burning Rage was quite strong. Bowmark Courier was quite strong. The ability on Soulscar Mage actually mattered, which I was sort of surprised by, but it was interesting to see. Yeah, I mean, just a sweet deck and a sweet league all the way around. Obviously, anytime you get a trophy, it's going to feel good, but this one felt especially good because it was such a powerful and dominant performance. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.